Friends, the essence of life lies in our ability to keep moving forward, embracing each day with purpose and passion. We can never predict when our journey may come to an end, which makes it all the more vital to live each day given to us by God with intent and meaning. Life's true richness is not measured solely by material wealth or professional success, but by the depth and quality of our relationships with others. Our connections with family, friends, and loved ones are what truly sustain us through life's highs and lows. These relationships provide a sense of belonging, offer emotional support, and contribute to our overall happiness. In times of adversity, it is often the strength of these bonds that helps us navigate challenges and find resilience. The empathy, encouragement, and companionship from those we care about can be more valuable than any tangible asset. Moreover, the way we nurture our relationships reflects our values and priorities. By investing time, love, and attention into our interactions, we create a network of support that enriches our lives. These relationships can be a source of joy, inspiration, and comfort, highlighting that life's greatest achievements are often found in the connections we build with others, rather than in material gains. If you recognize the profound importance of relationships in shaping a fulfilling and meaningful life, and if you agree that the strength of our connections plays a crucial role in our well-being, I encourage you to acknowledge this belief. Please write, "I love relationships" in the comment box to celebrate and affirm the value of meaningful connections in our lives. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you appreciate our content and want to support us, please click on the super thanks or join button. Now, let's get started. At times, we must confront whether staying in a familiar but stifling relationship is holding us back from personal growth and flourishing. Relationships, whether they are romantic, familial, or friendships, play a crucial role in shaping our personal development. At certain points in life, we may find ourselves at a crossroads where we must evaluate whether our current relationships are nurturing or stifling our growth. This introspection is essential because staying in a relationship that no longer serves our well-being can impede our ability to reach our full potential. When we talk about a familiar but stifling relationship, we refer to connections that, despite their history and comfort, may no longer be conducive to our personal advancement. Such relationships can often become a safety net that, rather than providing support, inadvertently limits our opportunities and ambitions. They might be marked by recurring patterns of negativity, lack of support for personal goals, or even passive resistance to change. It's important to recognize the signs of a stifling relationship. These may include persistent feelings of frustration or dissatisfaction, a lack of encouragement for pursuing new interests, or an environment that discourages self-improvement. If the relationship continuously pulls us away from our aspirations and personal growth, it becomes crucial to assess its impact on our lives. Personal growth often requires stepping out of our comfort zones and embracing new experiences. At the crossroads, it's essential to weigh the comfort of familiarity against the potential for growth. Sometimes this means making difficult decisions about whether to continue in a relationship or to make a change. Evaluating the health and impact of our relationships helps us make informed choices that align with our personal development goals. The philosophy of Stoicism, rooted in the teachings of ancient philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, emphasizes the importance of personal responsibility and intentional living. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is the idea that our external circumstances are not within our control, but our responses and attitudes towards them are. This principle extends to our relationships. Stoicism teaches that personal growth is not just about inner resilience, but also about the environment we cultivate around ourselves. By making conscious choices about who we allow into our lives, we align ourselves with individuals who uplift, challenge, and support our development. In Stoic thought, relationships are seen as crucial to our journey towards virtue and wisdom. Surrounding ourselves with people who reflect our values and aspirations can significantly enhance our personal growth. Such relationships provide not only companionship, but also valuable feedback and encouragement. They challenge us to become better versions of ourselves and offer support during difficult times, helping us maintain our equanimity and focus on what truly matters. Conversely, relationships that consistently hinder our growth or leave us feeling stuck are significant red flags. These relationships can manifest in various ways, whether through constant negativity, lack of support, or behavior that undermines our self-esteem and goals. In a Stoic framework, allowing such relationships to persist is akin to neglecting the responsibility we have towards our own well-being. Stoicism advocates for the evaluation of our associations and the courage to make necessary changes, even if it means distancing ourselves from those who do not contribute positively to our lives. The pursuit of growth and virtue demands that we create a supportive environment that encourages our development and aligns with our highest values. Thus, by discerning and addressing these red flags, we ensure that our relationships are a source of strength and progress, rather than a barrier to our growth. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom emphasizes the importance of mastering our responses to negative emotions, a concept that remains profoundly relevant in our modern lives. Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, believed that while we cannot always control external events, we can control our reactions to them. This principle is especially pertinent when dealing with relationships, which often serve as mirrors reflecting our inner states. When a relationship feels more like a battleground than a sanctuary of peace, it is crucial to pause and reassess its dynamics. A relationship fraught with constant conflict, resentment, or emotional turbulence can erode our well-being and sense of stability. Marcus Aurelius would advise us to examine whether our responses are contributing to the discord or if there are underlying issues that need addressing. He would suggest that by changing our internal attitude and approach, we can transform our external experiences. Effective emotional management involves recognizing our triggers and understanding the roots of our reactions. It's about developing self-awareness and employing strategies such as mindfulness, empathy, and open communication. For instance, instead of reacting impulsively to a partner's criticism, one might take a step back to evaluate whether the criticism is valid and how best to address it constructively. This approach can help diffuse tension and foster a more harmonious interaction. Moreover, Aurelius's teachings encourage us to focus on our own behavior rather than trying to control others. By cultivating inner peace and resilience, we create a more stable environment that can positively influence the dynamics of our relationships. If, after thoughtful reflection and effort, a relationship remains a source of persistent strife, it might be worth considering whether it aligns with your values and needs. Reassessing the relationship's role in your life can lead to healthier, more fulfilling connections and a deeper understanding of yourself. Epictetus, the renowned Stoic philosopher, placed significant emphasis on the concepts of autonomy and self-mastery as central components of a well-lived life. In his teachings, he argued that true freedom and contentment come from within, not from external circumstances. This philosophy underlines the importance of maintaining control over one's own responses and emotions, regardless of the external pressures one might face. When evaluating the health of a relationship, whether personal or professional, the presence of manipulation or excessive control often signals a deeper issue. Epictetus would argue that if you frequently feel coerced or unduly influenced by someone else, it indicates a disruption in your own sense of autonomy. This feeling of being controlled can undermine your emotional well-being and personal growth, as it compromises your ability to act according to your values and principles. Healthy relationships are grounded in mutual respect and support, rather than dominance and submission. They are characterized by open communication, empathy, and the freedom for each individual to express their true self. When you feel manipulated or controlled, it suggests that the relationship is skewed in a way that diminishes your personal agency. In such scenarios, it is crucial to assess whether the relationship is fostering your growth or if it is stifling your individuality. Epictetus's teachings encourage us to reclaim our autonomy by recognizing when external influences are encroaching upon our inner peace. If you are constantly feeling pressured or controlled, it may be a sign to reassess the dynamics of your relationships and seek environments that affirm your ability to act with integrity and self-mastery. Ultimately, true autonomy involves both recognizing and addressing any external factors that compromise your sense of self-control and personal freedom. Incorporating Stoic principles into our lives often leads us to evaluate the impact of our relationships on our overall well-being. Stoicism, a philosophy founded on the idea that virtue is the highest good and that we should strive for inner tranquility, teaches us that we should focus on what is within our control and cultivate an environment that supports our growth and peace of mind. Relationships that consistently drain our energy and cause stress can be viewed as misalignments with Stoic ideals. These interactions often disrupt our emotional equilibrium and shift our focus from what is truly important. The Stoics believed that external factors, including the behavior of others, should not disturb our inner peace. However, they also recognized that we have a responsibility to manage our interactions and set boundaries to protect our tranquility. When a relationship consistently undermines your sense of peace and contributes to ongoing stress, it is essential to reevaluate its role in your life. The Stoics would suggest that maintaining relationships that are perpetually harmful to your well-being may compromise your ability to live a virtuous life. Instead, you should seek relationships that foster mutual respect, understanding, and support, aligning with the Stoic values of wisdom, courage, and justice. Reconsidering the place of such relationships in your life involves honest self-reflection and potentially making difficult decisions. It might mean setting firmer boundaries, seeking reconciliation, or even distancing yourself from those who continually disrupt your peace. By prioritizing relationships that nurture your growth and respect your personal values, you align more closely with Stoic principles and contribute to a more balanced and fulfilling life. Mutual respect is the cornerstone of any strong and enduring relationship. Without it, even the most promising connections can falter and eventually crumble. In essence, mutual respect involves valuing and honoring each other's boundaries, perspectives, and individuality. This respect serves as the bedrock upon which trust and understanding are built, allowing relationships to thrive even amidst challenges and disagreements. Stoicism, an ancient philosophical framework founded by Zeno of Citium, emphasizes the importance of self-respect and the respectful treatment of others. According to Stoic principles, The cultivation of inner virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance is crucial for leading a fulfilling life. Central to this philosophy is the notion that self-respect is not merely about personal dignity, but also about how one interacts with others. Stoicism teaches that maintaining respect for oneself involves acting in accordance with one's values and principles, which naturally extends to treating others with the same level of regard. In practical terms, mutual respect means actively listening to others, acknowledging their feelings, and valuing their opinions even when they differ from our own. It requires empathy, where one seeks to understand the other's point of view and appreciates their unique experiences and contributions. This respect is reflected in everyday interactions through considerate communication, fair treatment, and a genuine willingness to support one another. The absence of mutual respect often leads to misunderstandings, conflicts, and a breakdown in communication, which can erode the trust and emotional connection that sustain relationships. By upholding the Stoic values of self-respect and dignity, individuals create a positive and supportive environment where relationships can flourish, enabling both personal growth and deeper, more meaningful connections with others. Facing reality is a cornerstone of Stoicism, and its principles offer profound insights into how we navigate relationships. Stoicism teaches us to accept things as they are, not as we wish them to be. This acceptance is not about resignation or passivity, but about a clear-eyed recognition of the world and its inherent imperfections. In the context of relationships, Stoicism urges us to see people and situations as they truly are. This involves acknowledging the strengths and weaknesses of our partners, friends, and family members without idealizing or projecting unrealistic expectations onto them. By embracing the true nature of our relationships, we can avoid the pitfalls of disappointment and frustration that often arise from clinging to illusions or fantasies. For instance, when we hold on to an idealized version of a partner, we set ourselves up for inevitable disappointment when they fail to meet these lofty standards. Stoicism encourages us to understand and appreciate our partners for who they are in reality, which fosters a more genuine and resilient connection. This acceptance doesn't mean we should tolerate unhealthy behavior or stay in toxic relationships, but it does mean we confront the facts with honesty and clarity. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control. In relationships, this means working on our own responses and attitudes rather than trying to change others. By managing our expectations and reactions, we can maintain inner peace regardless of external circumstances. This approach not only enhances our personal well-being, but also contributes to healthier, more balanced relationships. Understanding and acknowledging your self-worth is a fundamental aspect of leading a fulfilling and respectful life. Self-worth is not merely about recognizing your value, but also about maintaining it through your interactions and relationships. It's essential to appreciate your intrinsic value and to ensure that others recognize and respect it as well. When you fully understand and embrace your worth, you set a standard for how you expect to be treated by others. This self-awareness is crucial in forming and maintaining healthy relationships. Relationships, whether they are romantic, platonic, or professional, should be a reflection of the respect and virtue you hold for yourself. If you hold yourself in high regard, you are more likely to attract and engage with individuals who mirror that respect. This process starts with self-reflection and self-acceptance, recognizing your strengths, acknowledging your achievements, and accepting your flaws without judgment are key steps. This internal validation is critical because it forms the foundation of how you allow others to treat you. When you value yourself, you set boundaries that help protect your emotional well-being. These boundaries ensure that others know what behavior is acceptable and what is not, thereby fostering relationships built on mutual respect. Moreover, insisting on being treated with respect is not about arrogance or entitlement, but about self-preservation and self-respect. It's about communicating clearly and confidently about what you expect in your relationships and ensuring that these expectations are met. Healthy relationships thrive on respect, understanding, and equality, and recognizing your worth helps to cultivate these qualities. Genuine connections are the cornerstone of meaningful and enriching relationships. Unlike superficial interactions or fleeting acquaintances, true relationships are those that deeply respect and appreciate your individuality. They recognize and honor who you are at your core, embracing your unique traits, quirks, and personal journey. In a genuine relationship, there's no pretense or pressure to conform. Instead, there is a mutual celebration of authenticity and a shared commitment to understanding and growth. True relationships are also characterized by their support for your personal development. A genuine connection involves partners who are not only interested in your current state, but are actively invested in your growth. They encourage you to pursue your passions, challenge yourself, and evolve. This support is not about imposing expectations or dictating your path, but about offering encouragement and being a steadfast ally in your journey of self-discovery and improvement. Moreover, genuine relationships are grounded in reality rather than illusions. This means that both parties are willing to face and work through challenges together, rather than being blinded by idealized notions or fantasies. In such relationships, there is an understanding that growth involves both joy and struggle, and the commitment to navigate these together strengthens the bond. Recognizing and accepting the true nature of relationships, understanding and accepting the true nature of relationships, even when it's uncomfortable, is essential for fostering genuine connections and personal growth. Relationships, whether romantic, familial, or platonic, are complex and often defy idealized expectations. They require a nuanced appreciation of their inherent realities to cultivate authentic bonds and achieve meaningful personal development. Firstly, relationships are inherently dynamic. They evolve over time, influenced by external circumstances, personal growth, and shifting priorities. Embracing this fluidity involves acknowledging that change is a natural part of any relationship. For instance, a romantic relationship may transform from the passionate early stages to a more stable and deep connection. Recognizing and accepting this transition helps partners adapt and sustain a fulfilling bond, rather than clinging to an outdated ideal. Moreover, confronting uncomfortable truths about relationships can be a powerful catalyst for growth. This might involve addressing conflicts, recognizing patterns of behavior, or accepting that not all relationships will meet every emotional need. For example, acknowledging that a friend might not always provide the support we desire can lead to more realistic expectations and a more profound appreciation for the relationship's unique qualities. Additionally, embracing relationship reality involves self-awareness. Understanding your own needs, boundaries, and limitations can significantly enhance how you interact with others. By being honest with yourself about what you seek from a relationship and what you can realistically offer, you create a foundation for more genuine interactions. In the journey of forging meaningful relationships, the power of truth serves as a cornerstone. embracing reality over illusion is not merely a choice. It's a transformative practice that builds the foundation for genuine connections where both partners can experience authentic love and acceptance. At its core, embracing truth requires us to confront and accept reality as it is, rather than as we wish it to be. This involves recognizing and acknowledging our own vulnerabilities, imperfections, and emotional needs. When partners engage in this level of honesty, they dismantle the illusions and facades that often obscure true intimacy. This transparent approach fosters trust and deepens the emotional connection, allowing both individuals to love and be loved in their most genuine forms. Illusions, on the other hand, create a superficial layer of interaction that may seem comfortable, but lacks depth. They often involve hiding one's true self, adopting masks, or avoiding uncomfortable truths. While this might protect us from immediate discomfort or conflict, it also prevents the development of a meaningful, enduring bond. When we engage in illusions, we risk building relationships based on false pretenses, which can ultimately lead to disillusionment and emotional disconnect. By embracing truth, we create an environment where open communication and mutual respect can flourish. This honesty allows partners to address issues constructively and work through challenges together. It empowers individuals to express their needs and desires clearly, leading to a more harmonious and supportive relationship dynamic. Furthermore, living in truth enriches our relationships by fostering a sense of security and acceptance. When both partners commit to authenticity, they affirm each other's worth and value, creating a safe space where both can grow and thrive. This mutual understanding and respect are essential for nurturing a love that is not only deep and fulfilling, but also resilient and enduring. Stoicism teaches that finding peace by accepting the truth of our relationships allows us to navigate life with wisdom and clarity. At its core, Stoicism is a philosophy that emphasizes the importance of distinguishing between what is within our control and what is not. This principle is particularly crucial in the context of our relationships with others. In Stoicism, acceptance is not about passive resignation, but about a profound recognition of reality. By understanding and accepting the nature of our relationships, including their limitations and boundaries, we cultivate a more resilient and composed mindset. For instance, acknowledging that we cannot control others' actions or feelings helps us avoid unnecessary frustration and disappointment. Instead, we focus on how we respond to these external factors, which is within our control. This perspective allows us to approach relationships with greater empathy and detachment. When we accept people for who they are, rather than holding unrealistic expectations or trying to change them, we foster more authentic and harmonious connections. This acceptance doesn't mean we condone negative behaviors or tolerate mistreatment. Rather, it means we understand and accept our own limitations in influencing others. Moreover, Stoic acceptance encourages us to reflect on our own values and responses. By concentrating on our reactions and choices, we align ourselves more closely with our principles, enhancing our ability to navigate interpersonal dynamics with clarity and purpose. This approach fosters inner peace and reduces the emotional turbulence often associated with relational conflicts. Integrity and values are foundational to a fulfilling and authentic life. In a world where external pressures and relationships often challenge our principles, upholding personal values becomes a crucial aspect of maintaining self-respect and inner peace. Stoicism, a philosophical school of thought that dates back to ancient Greece, provides profound insights into this concept. Central to Stoicism is the idea that true contentment comes from living in accordance with one's values, regardless of external circumstances. Stoicism teaches that we should focus on what is within our control and accept what is not. This principle is particularly relevant when navigating relationships or situations that test our integrity. When a relationship, be it personal or professional, demands that we compromise our core values, Stoicism advises us to prioritize our principles over the relationship itself. This might mean making difficult decisions, such as stepping away from a situation or relationship that no longer aligns with our ethical standards or personal beliefs. By adhering to our values, we not only preserve our sense of self, but also cultivate a life that reflects our true character. Stoicism suggests that integrity is not just about adhering to moral guidelines, but about aligning our actions with our inner principles, regardless of external validation or acceptance. This steadfastness in maintaining one's values can lead to greater personal fulfillment and a deeper sense of purpose. Reciprocity in relationships is fundamental to fostering a healthy and balanced connection between individuals. It revolves around the principle of mutual give and take, where each party contributes and receives in equal measure. This balanced exchange is crucial for maintaining harmony and ensuring that neither person feels overwhelmed or undervalued. In healthy relationships, reciprocity helps to prevent feelings of resentment and dependency. When both partners actively engage in supporting each other, whether emotionally, physically, or financially, it creates a sense of equality and fairness. This balance allows individuals to feel appreciated and acknowledged, which strengthens their commitment and investment in the relationship. Conversely, if one person continuously gives while the other only takes, it can lead to an imbalance that fosters resentment and dissatisfaction. The giver may start feeling exploited or unappreciated, while the taker might become complacent and dependent. Such dynamics can undermine the relationship's foundation and lead to conflict or disengagement. To cultivate reciprocity, open and honest communication is key. Both parties should express their needs and expectations clearly and be willing to listen and adjust as necessary. Setting boundaries and being transparent about what each person can realistically offer helps in maintaining this equilibrium. Moreover, showing appreciation and acknowledging each other's efforts can reinforce the positive cycle of giving and receiving. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, the concept of balance extends beyond individual self-control to encompass the dynamics of interpersonal relationships. Stoicism, as articulated by ancient philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, emphasizes the importance of virtue, rationality, and emotional resilience. One key principle in Stoic ethics is the cultivation of mutual respect and support within relationships, which is essential for maintaining harmony and equilibrium. Mutual respect, from a Stoic perspective, is rooted in the recognition of each individual's inherent worth and their role within the relational context. Stoics advocate for a form of respect that transcends superficial acknowledgement, urging individuals to appreciate the intrinsic value and dignity of others. This respect is not merely about politeness, but involves a deep understanding of each person's nature and circumstances. By embracing this perspective, individuals are better equipped to navigate conflicts and misunderstandings with empathy and integrity. Support, as understood through Stoic principles, means offering genuine assistance and encouragement to others, particularly in times of challenge. The Stoics believe that true support aligns with the virtues of wisdom and justice, guiding individuals to act in ways that foster the well-being of those around them. This support is reciprocal, creating a balanced dynamic where both parties contribute to each other's growth and resilience. Addressing imbalances within a relationship, according to Stoic teachings, necessitates open and honest communication. Stoics advocate for clarity and transparency in expressing concerns and expectations, which helps in resolving misunderstandings and recalibrating the relationship. Such communication should be grounded in a spirit of mutual understanding and constructive dialogue, aiming to restore equilibrium rather than exacerbate conflicts. Addressing abuse is a critical issue that fundamentally contradicts the core principles of Stoicism, which emphasize respect, dignity, and personal integrity. Stoicism teaches us to value inner virtue and to live in accordance with our highest values, recognizing that external circumstances, such as abuse, do not dictate our self-worth or emotional stability. Understanding and confronting abuse from a Stoic perspective involves acknowledging its violation of fundamental principles and taking necessary steps to protect oneself. Abuse, whether physical, emotional, or psychological, undermines the intrinsic respect and dignity that Stoicism holds dear. It disrupts the harmonious balance between the self and the external world, leading to a misalignment with one's values and a degradation of personal integrity. Stoic philosophy teaches that our responses to external events should be governed by our rational judgment rather than the events themselves. However, when faced with abuse, it is crucial to recognize that no amount of rational response can justify or endure such behavior. Exiting abusive situations is not merely a matter of self-preservation, but also a profound act of affirming one's own dignity and self-worth. The Stoic practice of reflecting on one's values and ensuring that one's life aligns with these principles is vital in such contexts. It involves making a deliberate choice to distance oneself from harmful environments and to seek out supportive, respectful relationships that align with one's Stoic ideals. This act of leaving an abusive situation is an assertion of one's right to live a life of virtue and integrity. Furthermore, Stoicism advocates for the cultivation of resilience and inner strength, which can be crucial in navigating the challenges of exiting an abusive situation. By fostering a mindset that prioritizes self-respect and personal growth, individuals can reclaim their autonomy and work towards rebuilding their lives in alignment with Stoic principles. Effective communication is a cornerstone of successful personal and professional relationships, and improving it requires a multifaceted approach. At its core, effective communication hinges on three key components: active listening, empathy, and clarity. These elements are interdependent and contribute to a richer, more productive dialogue. Active listening is the first crucial element. It goes beyond merely hearing the words spoken. It involves fully engaging with the speaker, understanding their message, and responding thoughtfully. This means giving undivided attention, avoiding interruptions, and providing feedback that reflects understanding. Techniques like nodding, summarizing what has been said, and asking clarifying questions help ensure that the speaker feels heard and valued. Empathy is the second pillar of effective communication. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. Empathetic communication fosters trust and connection, allowing individuals to feel validated in their experiences and perspectives. This involves not just recognizing emotions, but also responding in a manner that acknowledges and respects them. By practicing empathy, communicators can bridge gaps, resolve conflicts more smoothly, and create a supportive environment. Clarity is equally important. It ensures that the message is conveyed in a straightforward and understandable manner. This means organizing thoughts logically, avoiding jargon or overly complex language, and being precise about the intended message. Clear communication helps prevent misunderstandings and ensures that both parties are on the same page, which is particularly crucial in professional settings where accuracy and efficiency are key. Overall, improving communication is an ongoing process. It requires a commitment to continually practicing these skills and reflecting on one's interactions. By focusing on active listening, empathy, and clarity, individuals can enhance their ability to connect with others, solve problems collaboratively, and build stronger, more meaningful relationships. In our pursuit of inner peace, the quality of our relationships plays a pivotal role. The ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers valuable insights into this balance, suggesting that relationships should enhance rather than disturb our sense of tranquility. Stoicism, founded by philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, emphasizes living in harmony with nature and focusing on what is within our control. When applied to relationships, Stoic principles encourage us to assess whether our connections contribute positively to our inner peace or create unnecessary turbulence. Firstly, it's important to recognize that relationships can either support or challenge our emotional stability. A Stoic approach involves critically evaluating whether a relationship is grounded in mutual respect and understanding. Does it foster personal growth and contribute to your well-being, or does it provoke stress and discord? In the Stoic view, relationships that align with our values and goals, such as honesty, kindness, and shared purpose, are likely to support our tranquility. Additionally, Stoicism teaches us to manage our expectations and accept that we cannot control the actions or responses of others. By focusing on how we react to interpersonal dynamics, we can maintain our composure even when faced with challenges. This mindset encourages us to communicate openly and constructively, addressing issues without letting them undermine our peace of mind. Furthermore, Stoic philosophy advocates for setting healthy boundaries. By clearly defining what behaviors are acceptable and maintaining these limits, we protect our inner peace from being disrupted by external influences. This doesn't mean withdrawing from relationships, but rather engaging in them in a way that is both fulfilling and respectful of our own emotional needs, ongoing reflection, and growth. The role of Stoic principles in enhancing relationships and personal well-being. In the quest for personal fulfillment and well-being, relationships play a central role. They are the mirror through which we often view ourselves and our place in the world. However, maintaining and nurturing these connections can be challenging. Regular self-reflection, guided by Stoic principles, provides a powerful framework for enhancing relationships and personal growth. Stoicism, a philosophy founded in ancient Greece, offers profound insights into how we can manage our responses to external events and cultivate inner tranquility. The Stoics emphasize the importance of distinguishing between what is within our control and what is not. This distinction is crucial in relationships, where we often struggle with factors beyond our influence, such as the actions and feelings of others. By focusing on our own responses and attitudes, Stoicism helps us navigate interpersonal dynamics with greater wisdom and equanimity. Regular self-reflection is a practice that involves examining our thoughts, actions, and emotions. When applied to relationships, this practice encourages us to consider our behavior and its impact on others. The Stoic principle of self-examination, reflecting on our own virtues and shortcomings, can be a valuable tool in this process. For instance, a Stoic approach might involve asking ourselves questions such as, Am I acting with integrity in this relationship? Or how can I contribute to the well-being of others while remaining true to my values? One key aspect of Stoic thought is the focus on virtue as the highest good. Virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance provide a moral compass for our actions. In the context of relationships, reflecting on these virtues can guide us in making decisions that align with our ethical standards. For example, if we encounter conflict with a friend, applying Stoic virtues might lead us to approach the situation with justice and understanding, rather than anger or defensiveness. This reflective practice not only enhances the quality of our interactions, but also contributes to a deeper sense of personal fulfillment. Additionally, the Stoic concept of amor fati, or love of fate, encourages us to embrace life's challenges and uncertainties with acceptance. This principle can be particularly relevant in relationships where conflicts and misunderstandings are inevitable. Instead of resisting or resenting these difficulties, Stoicism teaches us to accept them as opportunities for growth. Through this lens, challenges in relationships become less about personal failure and more about areas where we can cultivate patience, empathy, and resilience. Another important Stoic practice is the contemplation of our own mortality, often referred to as memento mori. By regularly reminding ourselves of the impermanence of life, we can gain perspective on our relationships and prioritize what truly matters. This reflection helps us to appreciate the present moment and to express our gratitude and affection more openly. It also encourages us to resolve conflicts and address issues with a sense of urgency and care, recognizing that time is limited. Incorporating these Stoic principles into ongoing self-reflection fosters not only a deeper understanding of ourselves, but also more harmonious and fulfilling relationships. By focusing on our own responses and attitudes, embracing life's challenges, and valuing the present moment, we create a solid foundation for personal growth and well-being. This approach enables us to navigate the complexities of relationships with greater wisdom and grace, ultimately leading to a more balanced and enriched life.